Today we are going to sink into mana sinks. We're going to look at the best mana sinks that you could play with infinite mana, and maybe some of the funniest ones. As suggested by Christopher B, we got Goblin Cannon here. It's a 4-mana artifact, but for 2 mana, Goblin Cannon deals 1 damage to target creature or player. There's a catch. You have to sacrifice the Goblin Cannon, but you get to hold priority. So you can activate a hold priority to deal 1 damage, but it hasn't resolved yet, so you can activate it again and again and again and again and again, and keep holding priority until you have enough infinite damage going at everybody's face that you win the game. Next up, let's take a look at real different. Going to show us something real different with Jaya's Fire Tornado. Need a lot of mana for that tornado. This is a 5. What is with... Why am I not getting English by default? Okay, Jaya's Fire Tornado is a 5-mana sorcery. It deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Scry 1. Deals 5 damage. This is awful. This does not kill anybody. We need it needs to be better than this. I just have to say that. Because we're only dealing 5. How do we go infinite with infinite mana? If we could play this over and over again, like it's had some sort of buyback, I think this would be good. But we have infinite mana. We can only use 5 mana out of all this. Okay, our first super chat of the day coming from Rated Lex. Thank you so much, Rated Lex. Helix Pinnacle. A regular green enchantment with Shroud. X. Put X tower counters on your Helix Pinnacle. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 100 or more tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, you win the game. And you know what? I actually think this is actually a fair way of winning with infinite mana. You at least give everyone a chance to try to get back into this game, because they have like 1 more rotation until they're dead. That's it. 1 more round. The clock is ticking, and they be sweating. They be sweating hard with the Helix Pinnacle in play. Okay, next up we've got Stormy Cat with Rocket Launcher. Rocket Launcher is a 4-mana artifact. Pay 2. Do 1 damage to any target rocket launcher. May not be used until it begins a turn in play on your side. What the hell? If it is used, rocket launcher is destroyed at end of turn. This is like Goblin Cannon. Okay, this is the ancient scripture. I don't know what they actually mean by any of that. 2 mana. It deals 1 damage to any target. Destroy this artifact at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only if you've controlled this artifact continuously since the beginning of your most recent turn. Okay, I still don't get it. They're not making any sense with this card. Activate only if you've controlled this artifact continuously since the beginning of your most recent turn. It sounds like, have you owned it since you last owned it? That's how I'm interpreting it. Whatever. We're not gonna stick here. If you actually understand how this card works, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, Dustin with Shivan Devastator. The more devastating, the better. This is a red and an X Dragon Hydra flying in haste and enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. This versus Stormcrow though, it would be very sad. But Stormcrow doesn't have flash, so you'd know ahead of time. Mean Bruley with Mirror Entity? Really? Mirror Entity for a huge shapeshifters? Oh yeah, that's right. The 3-mana 1/1 changeling and X. Until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. That's right. Even my measly 0/1, even a -20 1 creature suddenly is attacking for lethal. They thought it'd never happen. Wordy Summoning Sickness, basically. Okay, for the last card. For Rocket Launcher. It had Summoning Sickness. What? Oh, I see. It's not a creature, so they basically have to have a weird, janky way to establish that you can't use it immediately. Just have it come into play tapped or something. William says, the most dick move way. Oh, Capsize. That works with infinite mana. We have a 3 mana instant. Buy back for 3. Bounce will return target permanent to its owner's hand. If you have infinite mana with capsize, your opponents will have infinite of their permanents back into their hand. Okay, next up, let's say Merciless with Red Sun's Zenith. We have a red and an X sorcery. It deals X damage to target creature or player. If a creature dealt damage this way, would be put into a graveyard this turn. I read it if a player was put into the graveyard. Anyway, exile it instead. Okay, so the creature gets exiled. Shuffle Red Sun Zenith into its owner's library. If you cook one player, you'll be ready to cook another. Just have to draw this again. Okay, Saxus with Sicarian Infiltrator. This is sort of a new one. Okay, a blue 2 generic, 1/2. What's with the... Everyone see that line? Is that actually part of the card? What about this one? Doesn't have it. The old one, it does have it. That's the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. Do the real cards actually look like that? They all unanimously have this line going through the text box. Anyway, it's a human soldier with flash and squad 2. Ooh. There's an additional cost to cast the spell. You can pay 2 any number of times. And when the creature enters the battlefield, you get that many copies of it. When it enters the battlefield, oh, you draw a card. Okay, don't make too many copies. Count out your deck. Because, I mean, if you make too many, you're going to have to draw your entire deck. And then some. And when you draw one more card than your deck has cards, it's game over for you. But this plus Thassa's Oracle is pretty good. It will work. We got Akihitoko Izumi with Omnath. Locus of Mana? What does this do with infinite mana? Okay, 3 mana for a 1/1. You don't lose unspent green mana as steps and phases end. Okay. Okay. We can save our infinite mana just in case someone interacts with our combo. Omnath Locus of Mana gets +1/+1 for each unspent green mana you have. Okay, okay. Also gets big as well. This is a fascinating card because, like, even if you don't have a way of using the mana yet, you get to save it for later. It's a bank. It's the mana bank. A locust bank, essentially. Jess. Oh, you super chat. I don't usually get super chats from you. Fanning the Flames. I think it's a buy back. Fanning the Flames. This is double red and an X. Sorcery with buyback of 3. Fanning the Flames deals X damage to target creature or player. See, this one will kill everybody. You can, and then you buy it back. Buy it back for big. I wonder if anyone played with this card back then, because Beyond Stronghold was very close. The Urza's block was pretty close by, and they had a lot of mana. A lot of mana. Maybe too much mana. All right, Indiana Jones with Well of Knowledge. Knowledge. Is a 3 mana artifact. Any player may pay 2 during his or her draw phase to draw a card. Huh? So anyone can pay 2 mana for like a crappy Howling Mine. Players may use this ability as many times as they choose. Oh! So the more mana, the more power you have. This is fascinating. How do they word it today? Draw a card. Any player may activate this ability, but only during their draw step. That is a very unusual time to do it. Does anyone even know they can do stuff at the draw step? Most people just know the upkeep, and then once they draw a card, they like immediately go to their main phase. All right. Next up, we got real different looking for redemption. Transcendent Message. It transcends everything. Ooh, with quadruple blue and X for an instant. Convoke. So we actually pay. Well, we could have infinite mana, or we could pay for it with our, what is it, with creatures? Yeah, creatures. Draw X cards. You got redemption. You got redemption, buddy. It's a weird stroke of genius. It's a stroke of genius that can use your creatures in order to cast it. Hexenort, Fire Nation Archers. Fire Nation! What the hell are these people? Human archers? Oh, is this from... Okay, this is from the Avatar show, which I've never seen. Okay, there's a 4 mana 3/4 human archer with reach, and for 5 mana, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. And then create a 2/2 red soldier creature token. But with infinite mana, we'll be killing those opponents. Unless they have protection from red, which most people don't. Lucas! How about my guy Kenrith? Returned King. So versatile. I mean, if you have infinite mana, it probably is very good. With 5 mana, 5/5. Is there a combo here where you have an infinite life combo at 3, the white mana ability? We can draw infinite cards. Put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under its owner's control. That's not nearly as great because there may not be any creatures in the graveyard. Oh, we can make a creature infinitely big. Good God, Kenrith does it all. It should have been called Kenrith the Infinite. Would have been a fantastic name. Would have made sense too. Kano. Marith. Will of the Wild. You can keep on killing and recasting it from the command zone. We're going to kill our own creature. 3 mana for a 0/0. Enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Oh, I see. So, no, how do you get rid of it, though? Pay X, remove X +1/+1 counters from Marith. Oh, I see. Okay. We can commit seppuku. Sorry, Sudoku. Marith commits Sudoku. It's X, remove the counters, choose one. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, or Marith deals X damage to target creature or player. Or put an XX green. We're just gonna deal the damage. All right, let's just end their misery easily. Benjamin Berkey with Brush with Death. This is a really weird looking guy. I guess he's afraid of the plants gonna stab him. It's a 3 mana sorcery with a buyback of 4. Target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. That's a good win condition. It's actually not too bad even if you don't have infinite mana. You just randomly have 7 mana at the end of your turn. Just fire off a Brush with Death. Okay, we got Pacers Fan Forever with White Sun Zenith. Guess we're gonna see all the Zenith cards today. I don't know what this one does, to be honest. Is it just gain X life? What could White Sun Zenith do? It might tutor. It might. No, I can't. You wouldn't. If it tutored like artifacts and enchantments in play, you wouldn't have suggested it. It has to be just gain X life. Oh! Instant, create X/2/2 white cat creature tokens. Okay, I did not see it coming. I absolutely did not see that coming. It's a fan of the cats. Okay, next up, we've got Gwendolyn with Zakama, Primal Calamity. Zakama. People love their Zakamas. People love their dinosaurs. 9 mana for a 9/9. Vigilance, Trample. Oh yeah, this is the one. ETB, if you cast it, untap all lands you control. That doesn't matter. 3 mana, deal 3 damage to target creature, so you can wipe out the entire board. They're going to feel the wrath of an asteroid in the form of this dinosaur. For 3 mana, also gain 3 life, so we have infinite life, and we can wipe all the artifacts and enchantments off the board. Great card. I don't know if Enter the Infinite counts. As despite what it says, you actually can't spend infinite mana on this card. Cannot spend infinite mana on this card. Although I do understand you're gonna draw almost all the cards in your deck. Actually gets disqualified in this show. Next up, let's get Kenrith says target player draws a card you can deck someone out to. Oh, that's a good point. Make them draw their cards to death. Random Mage, Villainous Wealth. Remove one opponent's library from the game and hopefully kill the other 2 in a game of Commander before the turn ends. Okay, so for 3 mana and Axe Sorcery, target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. You may cast any number of spells with the mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. Oh, you exile their deck! Yeah, remove one opponent's library. Well, it's just still it's like a one-shot kill.
Enemy spotted.
One-shot kill. Dominic. Seer Conrad. The Grim. Very grim Seer Conrad. 5 mana for a 5/4. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Seer Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then for 2 mana, each player mills a card. But that includes you. Okay, just make sure you have a few more cards in your deck than everyone else. Or some way of like, I don't know, you have like a... The Emrakul's band. Blightsteel Colossus? Does that work? If it gets put into the graveyard, you put it back into your deck? Something to that effect? Liquid Soulfly. Legacy Weapon. 7-mana artifact. And then with Wooburg, exile target permanent. That's very rude. If Legacy Weapon would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Legacy Weapon and shuffle it into its owner's library instead. That is exactly what we need with Seer Conrad. There we go. We got our combo. Seer Conrad, infinite mana. Legacy Weapon, can't fail. They can't stop us, chat. They can't stop us. Raptor with Wings. Fire Lord Ozai from the new Avatar cards. A lot of new Avatar cards coming here. Maybe they're planning on making a lot of mana sinks in Avatar. It's a 4-mana 4/4 human noble. Looks like an enchantment to me. Doesn't have enchantment vibes. Where the hell is the creature? What, this little guy over here? When Fire Lord Ozai attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. Now, if you do, add an amount of red equal to that sacrificed creature's power. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as step's end. It's totally fine. And for 6 mana, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those cards without paying its mana cost. That is a sick ability. That's basically GG. I mean, this is also like mill, except you don't... This is actually Seer Conrad minus the need to play a legacy weapon, because all you're just going to do is just exile everybody's deck. Wow. This is going to be some sort of exile commander. Magnum Opus Gold. Probably got this wrong, but how about Doubling Cube? I think you do have this wrong. Okay, 2 mana artifact, 3 mana tap, double the amount of type of mana in your mana pool. Well, you want to double infinite mana? How much mana do you want? We're already at infinite. We're already at ludicrous speed. Dinglebag, Walking Ballista. Double X comes into play with X +1/+1 counters on it. You can pay for it to give it a +1/+1 counter, remove a +1/+1 counter, and it deals 1 damage to any target. With infinite mana, you can keep building this thing up infinite times and shooting your opponent for infinite damage. Or opponents. Less than Captain America. First Avenger. 3 mana for a 4/4. Throw! Unattach an equipment from Captain America. It deals damage equal to the equipment's mana value divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Catch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Captain America. Okay, this is... if nobody interacts with this is technically an infinite combo. This is like one of the worst ones because in response to somebody... or in response to an equipment equipping back to Captain America, I mean, you can just shoot this thing. Send a nuclear warhead at Captain America, and then he's dead. GG, Captain America. GG, Captain. Who's the... look at me. I'm the captain now. Tresaro, Blue Sun Zenith. That one's draw cards. I'm 99% certain. Triple blue, X, instant. Target player draws X cards. Okay, target player. So we can get someone else to draw our cards. Someone else can draw our dirty cards. I'm just here for the lulz. With Turgrid's Lantern, double-sided card. Yeah, we're looking on the other side. Screw you, Turgrid. I want to see your Lantern. 4 mana. Tap. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrificed a non-land permanent or discarded a card. We're going to force them to. For 4 mana, untap Turgrid's Lantern. Tobias wants to be on the show. Bane Fire. Boring, but it does the job. Red X sorcery deals X damage to any target, and if X is 5 or more, the spell can't be countered, and the damage can't be prevented. This is actually important. This is actually better than all the X damage spells so far that we've seen on today's show. Because have you seen Commander? Have you heard of Force of Will? Have you heard of Force of Negation? What else? Counterspell, Mana Drain. I don't know what else do they use in Commander. Those are all the obvious ones. Anyway, Banefire would get countered if you target the counterspell player. But that counterspell player going to get cooked. Cooked by Banefire. Steve Cooper says, that's assuming the equipment deck doesn't have Lightning Greaves or Swiftfoot Boots. Well, you had to get rid of the thing, right? Throw, unattach, and equipment. I mean, I guess they wouldn't throw. I guess it'd be stupid of them to throw the, what's it called? Lightning Greaves away. It'd be a huge blunder on their part. Okay, we got J. David with Greed with Words of Worship. Words of Worship. How greedy? Okay, for 3 mana, it's an enchantment. For 1 mana, the next time you would draw a card this turn, you gain 5 life instead. You know what? That actually sees pre-modern play. I saw somebody play that in a pre-modern game versus a burn deck, and they lost. They lost too much life. Man, you play that against a burn deck, they're suffering. They're like, what am I about to lose to? What kind of alley did I walk down here? Yeah, very funny way to lose to Words of Worship. But you do sort of need infinite card draw in order to utilize this, right? Because it's only the next time you would draw a card this turn, you gain 5 life instead. So you're only spending 1 mana to gain 5 life. So you'd have to find... It's a very poor use, I think. It might actually be a really bad use of infinite mana. Greed. Okay, next. Oh, play Greed with it? It was like a combo. Oh, I see. Pay a black, pay 2 life, we draw a card. Ah, it wasn't greedy. It wasn't a greedy play at all. I got it. I totally forgot about the card. I thought you were just being greedy. Next up, are we at... Okay, no, the Fox Clouds. Which is a fox in the clouds. Magma Mine. It would suck working at that mine. 1 mana for an artifact, and for 4 mana, put a pressure counter on your Magma Mine. Do you feel the pressure? Tap, sacrifice Magma Mine. For each pressure counter on it, Magma Mine deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Boom. I want to say that's not the only card in Magic the Gathering that has a flavor text of boom! Exclamation point. Maybe there's some other variations like kaboom. What else do we have? We've got... Who has no card yet? Who has no card yet? Or does everyone have a card so far? Whispering... Okay, Indiana Jones. Whispering of the Muse. Whispering... What is this? Whispers. Whispers of the Muse. Blue instant with buyback of 5. Draw a card. Oh, sweet. We found the infinite money machine glitch. It's back. And it's called Whispers of the Muse. Pacers fan forever. Thank you very much. Blasone? I guess what it... You know, it's a creative choice, actually. I don't like this art, though. Is there a better art? I've never seen this one. This is new. Ugh. I don't like how what it says here, though. Okay, this land enters with a charge counter on it, but only 1. Now, you can tap it to add a colorless, or you can pay double X, put a charge counter on this land. And with infinite mana, we could put as many charge counters on this. And then as a second ability, pay 3, tap, sack this land, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters on this land. So effectively, Blast Zone is going to destroy anything if you have infinite mana. My syncopate, we approached infinity, became a counterspell. It's technically better, right? Oh, look at that sick art. Man, I feel like playing Syncopate just for this art. Blue X instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. So the deal is, it's counter spell plus you exile the card. What does that? I don't know if any card does that. Gwendolyn says, I have a really funny combo, which would take a few cards to essentially donate all that infinite mana to your opponent because them to, mana burn out. How do you donate mana, though? Felly, see ya. You're here pretty early, Felly. Okay, Ghost Council. I'm not spelling this right. Council of Orzava, if it's your commander. Ghost Council. Okay, so this is a 4-mana 4/4. Enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sack a creature, which will be itself. Exile Ghost Council of Orzava, which doesn't matter. Goes right back to the command zone. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. No, screw it. I like your idea. Yeah, it's gonna be our commander, and it's gonna go back to the command zone. We're just gonna recast it a million times till everyone's dead. That works out perfectly for me. Tobias says Verdaloth. The Ancient, my first mana elf finisher. Oh, I see. Like for an elf deck. Yeah, those elf decks, they all need a winner somehow. 6 mana for a 4/7 with Kicker of X. Sapling creatures and other tree folk creatures get +1/+1. When Verdaloth the Ancient enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create X 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. So you generated like 50 mana, and this was your win con at the time. What a very bizarre card. Bell, makeshift munitions. I just looked at this card recently. Sees a lot of play in Pauper, Walls combo, Goblin combo, etc. Why do I know about this card? 2-mana enchantment, pay 1, sack an artifact or creature, makeshift munitions, deals 1 damage to any target. But you don't. This is not really good. Infinite mana sync sees a lot of play in Pauper, because the thing is, if you have infinite mana, you can't use this. You need infinite artifacts and creatures. So actually, I would say this is not the greatest infinite mana sync. We want something we can sink all the mana into. All the mana. Bryce, can we count Itali? Probably. They use Food Chain to make infinite mana cast Itali. How is this supposed to work? This is Primal Conqueror, right? Enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying the mana cost. For 9 mana, transform, activate only as 11/11. But then I don't know how to use this on mana sync either. I don't get it. What's the point? They use Food Chain to make infinite. Well, I mean, no. I hear ya. I hear it. Yeah, it doesn't work a lot. You got to use it as a combo. It's got to be a combo. You sack Italy to Food Chain. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're looking at individual. One day we might have infinite combo syncs, but today we're looking at individual cards. This one didn't work either. Man, we fell off the rails here. This one did work though. Yeah, not necessarily a combo show. Okay, we're going to look at more infinite mana syncs, but we do have to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. The Fusion Open. Oh, man. Okay, so August 30th to 31st. You know what's going on at the Fusion Open at Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, at the RBC Convention Center at 9 a.m. You can pre-register for the Modern Super Qualifier, which I'll definitely be playing. And then in Sunday, I will make my debut as a CEDH player. Where is it? 2 p.m. CEDH. I'm going to be there. I'm going to play 3 rounds. I'm probably going to lose miserably, but you know what? I need the experience. I'm going to have to get my cards for that CEDH tournament. Where? fusiongamingonline.com. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 5% off all your purchases using coupon code Nikachu at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. So I'm going to be playing Urza. I'm going to have to test Urza out, and I'm going to have to get some reps in online, because you can play Commander online. You can play CEDH, you can play regular Commander, you can play one-on-one Commander. They've got it all on Magic Online, and you can rent all the cards using Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your third month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_JTD. All right, back to our cards. Okay, infinite mana sinks. Italy don't count. Okay, let's get back to where it used to count. Are you going to the Atlanta MagicCon? Nope. I only travel to events that have coverage, video coverage. Yeah, no video coverage. It doesn't have Nikachu. Actually, that MagicCon might have some video coverage for all I know. I just not sure about it. Oh boy, Spectral Sailor. Ooh! I was going through all my cards because I need to know how many Commander staples I own, and I found this buddy. I also found, wait, where's the wife? There's the waifu one. I blended in with the regular ones. Blue 1/1 Spirit Pirate, flash flying, and for 4 mana draw a card. That means you draw all the cards. Mapius Golos. That's probably why I got banned. 5 mana, 3/5 ETB. Search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield, and for 7 mana, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You can play them this turn without paying their mana costs. Disgusting. Look at all the no card yet people that just showed up out of nowhere. Welcome, Jessica. Thrice Reborn. As a commander, I wouldn't. Okay, too many Jessicas. Jessica Thrice. What, they got reborn again? And again, and again, and again. 3 mana for a 0 loyalty planeswalker that can be your commander as partner, which is very, very broken mechanic. Okay, 0. So it is enters the battlefield with a loyalty counter on it for each time you've cast it. Oh, cast a commander from the command zone this game. 0 mana. Choose a creature. Choose target creature until your next turn. If that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that damage to that player instead. Disgusting. And then also for -X, Jessica Thrice Reborn deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. Okay, that's sick. So hold on, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, it comes into play with 1 counter, with a loyalty counter on it for each time. So if I cast it once, it comes into play with 1 loyalty. So we just keep nuking it over and over and over again. That does work. It works for me. Dr. Nemo with Draga Warcaller. It's an old combo, but it works. A green 1/1 with multi-kicker of 2. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each time it was kicked. And then other elf creatures you control get +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Draga Warcaller. Sort of like a classic. It's like Craterhoof before there was Craterhoof. Effectively. Bell says, well, in that case, Valakut Invoker is also used in Pauper Infinite Mana combo decks. True! Okay, 3 mana for a 2/3, and for 8 mana, it deals 3 damage to any target. It's very expensive unless you have infinite mana. Then it's like not expensive at all. We looked at Villainous Wealth, the big squig. I'm sorry about that. We've done that one. The Man of the Center, Haze of Rage. A 2 mana sorcery with buyback of 2. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. But it also has Storm. There. I guess we didn't need it, though. Oh, Storm with infinite mana. What a way to rub it in. What a way to rub it in. Okay, Magnum Opus Gold wants Sliver Coin. The classic. 5 mana for a 7/7, but for 2 mana, you get a 1/1 Sliver. Make it all the Sliver babies. Dr. Nee. Okay, I got you, Doctor. We got the Draga Warcaller. Key dimensional infiltrator. I guess we're on like no 2 cards yet at this point. There's a 2 mana 2/1 with Devoid and Flash for 2 mana. And one of them has to be colorless mana. Target opponent exiles the top card of their library. If it's a land card, you may return Dimensional Infiltrator to its owner's hand. This is a great one. This is a great idea. This is like this is just a win con. This is a win con on a 2 mana card. That's not bad. A lot of the other cards are really expensive to get in play. This one's only 2 mana. Bob Talks Bridge says, you know, I'm going with my favorite commander, Nylea. Keen-eyed to dig through the deck, spam creatures, and finish with Critterhoof. You got it. Nylea. Is this the same? This looks so similar to the other Nylea. I swear it looks the same. It's a 4 mana 5/6 god, indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5, Nylea isn't a creature. Creature spells cost 1 less to cast, and for our infinite mana combo, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. What does the other one, Nylea, look like? Oh, okay, I couldn't remember that. I guess this is just very different. They're pointing the bow in the opposite direction. It looks like the same place, though. Whatevers. Whatevers. The big squig. How about Dark Imposter? So dark. So imposterish. 3 mana for a 2/2 Vampire Assassin, and for 6 mana, exile target creature, and put a +1/+1 counter on our Dark Imposter. And also, Dark Imposter has all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. So we're going to basically exile all creatures in play, and we can become as strong as all those creatures. Tobias says, literally any evoker, like Bowl's Invoker. Name sounds so much like Bowel. 3 mana for a 4/2, and for 8 mana, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. This one's stronger than the other invokers. I was about to say, is this a dragon? It's a dragon shaman. It's a very humanoid-looking dragon. No wings. Someone clipped the wings of this dragon. Lewis Kinnan. Ooh, isn't this like the second strongest card of all time in CEDH? It's a 2 mana 2/2 human druid. It's also evil. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. That's insane. And for 7 mana, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put a non-human creature from among them onto the battlefield. I understand. It's broken. Super broken. Bryce, looking for redemption. We did that. We did Villainous Well. You were there. I swear you were. I swear. We did this one, right? Yeah, we did that. We did this one. It's been done. We talked about how you can exile 1 person out of the game. Braxton Patrick with Pestilence and Phyrexian. Okay, well, Pestilence is fine. Pestilence. So you just want to have a creature in play that was not going to die. Pestilence, a 4 mana enchantment. At end of turn, if there are no creatures in play, you sack your Pestilence, and for a black, it deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. You could draw the game with this if you wanted to. Well, or if you just have the most life. If you have the most life, then you'll be the one that wins the game. Baal's Invoker is Dragonborn, that are dragon people in D&D. That is weird. Super weird. Bell with no 2 cards yet. Nyxborn Hydra. This is a green X 0/1 Hydra with Bestow. So we can put this on a creature like it's an aura. And if they kill the creature in response, we get the creature anyway. Reach and trample. Enter the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, and enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Nyxborn Hydra. And has reach. And has trample. Oh god, Simic Ascendancy. Maybe this is not that. I want to say Simic Ascendancy a danger. It's a 2-mana enchantment. For 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, maybe it doesn't danger that much. Whenever one or more counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. Oh, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. That's good growth. Those are good gains. This Simic elf squid thing has been working out. Buddy, I want to say that was not your original name. Buddy Jackstraw with Spike Shot Elder. How do I shot web? Okay, red 1/1 for 3 mana. Deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Oh, that's great. Very, very good card. It looks like, it looks jank, but, if you got infinite mana, you take it to the bank. Okay, Bryce, it's number 3. Devastating Onslaught. No, we didn't do this one. Devastating Onslaught. Red X sorcery. Create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creatures you control. Those tokens gain haste until end of turn and sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Create X tokens that are copies. Ooh. You get the best. The best thing about being me is there's so many of me. Agent Smith, The Matrix. We got Evan Carr's Justice is good for the show, but dangerous. Evan Carr's Justice. Gonna backfire or something? We have a 4-mana sorcery with buyback of 3. Evan Carr's Justice deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. Deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. I love it. How? Oh, because it can hit you. That's fine. You know what? We just need to have more life than they do. That's all we needed. That's all we need to do. Mappius. I gotta give a little bit more priority to the people who are members here. We gotta reward the members. Bane, we did Banefire. Pretty sure we did Banefire. Yeah, if it's really expensive, it can't be countered. We did that one. You might have came in on the second half of the show. Well, you people came late. You all came late around here. Okay, Christopher B with a smorgasbord. How about increasing confusion? Never heard of it. Okay, it's a blue X. It's a sorcery. Target player puts the top X cards of the library into the graveyard. If increasing confusion was cast from a graveyard, that player puts twice that many cards from into their graveyard instead. And it also has flashback. So once you're done with one player, you'll be ready for the next one. It's actually a really good way to win the game. Or at least kill off 2 people. One way or another. Toilet Duck. Katara. Bending Prodigy. A new one. Draw your whole deck for Lab Man and Thoracle. 3 mana for a 2/3. Love the art. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a +1/+1 counter on her. Waterbend 6. What the hell does that mean? Draw a card. While paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1. Oh, I see. Okay. Neat. I like the ability. That's actually really cool. You can tap your artifacts and creatures to help pay for it. And it's instant speed. So you can just be like, have a bunch of creatures pass. So infinite creatures is also infinite. Basically infinite card draw. Well, we fixed that, Kano. We fixed it. Toilet Duck now has a card. It has been done. Dino DNA. When you say, we have to be used to this stuff now, but like this seems so impossible 10 years ago that we'd have a card called Dino DNA, a direct reference to Jurassic Park, because it's a Jurassic Park card. 1 mana artifact with imprint, 1 mana tap, exile target creature card from a graveyard, activate only as a sorcery. Yes, we are going to spend 6 mana, create a token that's a copy of target creature card exiled with Dino DNA, except it's a green dinosaur instead. Oh my god. Good lord, everything's a dinosaur. Bell, Thank you so much for your super chat, Bell. Droga, we're calling. Oh no, we did that one. We did that one, Bell. Give us another card, Bell. I'm gonna pay attention to you. Indiana Jones was the second one. You want Fireball? This used to be. Wasn't this used to be like an XY spell? Or maybe not. Fireball does X damage total, divided evenly, round down, among any number of targets. Pay 1 extra mana for each target beyond the first. Whatever the hell that means back then. Cards that would kill a 1990s basic player. Bryce wants Brain Freeze. Is that like when you drink a Slurpee really fast? Oh, the 2-mana instant. This is not an infinite mana sink. It's just a storm card. Oh, Soothsaying. This is a cool card. Okay, 1 blue enchantment. For 5 mana, shuffle your library. And also for X, look at the top X cards of your library and put them back in any order. Very fascinating card. I wonder if Urza decks ever played this card. Tobias, the worst sync ever, but it works. Juju Bubble. You better believe it works. And it definitely counts. Okay, 1 mana, cumulative upkeep of 1, which we can pay gladly. If you play a card, bury Juju Bubble. But before we play any cards, we're going to gain a lot of life. For 2 mana, we can gain 1 life. A blackbird with Doppelgang? What's it? Can we like pay mana to keep switching what we copy? Oh, this card. It's not a creature, which is really weird. So for Simic and triple X sorcery, for each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. That works. Bell, do you got a replacement? Okay, you got a replacement. Stream of Thought. Another Pauper combo card then. I don't know if I've encountered the Stream of Thought deck in Pauper before. Or maybe I haven't, I just don't remember. 1 mana sorcery. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. You shuffle up to 4 cards from your graveyard into your library and replicate for 4 mana. When you cast this spell, you can copy it. For each time you paid its replicate cost. And you better believe if you have infinite mana, you're not gonna skimp on the mana. Do you want Brain Geyser? Target player draws X cards. It could be a win con. You can make them discard their entire deck. So you can definitely win with this card. It's a win condition. Under certain conditions. Benjamin Berkey with Corpse Dance. Dancing. 3 mana instant with a buyback of 2. Return the top creature card of your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste until end of turn, exiled at the beginning of the next end step. This is, okay, I mean, this counts. This is a weird infinite mana sink, though. I guess you just take the top creature from everybody's graveyard. Is that your graveyard? Return the top creature card of... No, it's your graveyard. Okay, so we have to build the graveyard first and then make some good use out of this card. If you can. Arrow! Wolf Arts with Biomechan Engineer. Narrowly made it in time for the show. Oh, you had time to spare. Okay, we have a 2-mana 2/2 Insect Artificer. When this creature enters, create a Lander token. It's an artifact with pay 2, tap, sacrifice this token, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And then for 8 mana, draw 2 cards and create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. We've been making robots around here. We're Santa's little elves. We did Kenrith. I just got your card. I didn't get the second one from Mappius, though. Blazing Shoal? Does that count? Oh, yeah, it's an X spell, right? Double red X. You can remove it. Okay, screw all the other stuff. Target creature gets +X +0 until end of turn. so you can one-shot people with the infinites of menaces. Kano with Memnarch. True story. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is also mine. 7 mana for a 4/5, and for 3 mana, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types, and we get to gain control of that artifact for a whole lonely 4 mana, which is a low price of 4 mana. A pittance for someone who has infinite mana. Old boy with captivating crew. Captivating crew is a 4 mana 4/3 human pirate. 3 mana, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn, and untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Ooh, that's actually a bit of a problem. Now, it is a mana sink, so it counts, but it's one of the few mana sinks that the opponent can interact with, because you swipe someone's creature, and in response to getting swiped, they can kill the captivating crew. There'll be a funeral. Oh, the crew is gonna pay their respects. Next, what do we got? Felicia wants Torment of Hellfire. Don't you have to, like, sack a permanent or something? Was it Hailfire? Yeah, it's Hailfire. Double black X sorcery. Did you say Hailfire or Hellfire? You said Hellfire. You know what? I don't blame you. I'm just learning myself today that this is not called Hellfire. Repeat the process. X times. X is going to be infinite. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacks a non-land permanent or discards a card. And I guess I assume there's no way to, like, loop any permanent for them, because this is all going to resolve at once. Actually, I don't know how this thing resolves, but I assume that there's going to be no window to, like, bring something back from the graveyard to loop infinite times. Or sacrifice infinite times. Toilet Duck. Juggle the performance. If you have infinite mana, you'll be able to immediately cast all the random cards you get. Chaos ensues. 3 mana sorcery. Each player discards their hand, then conjures a duplicate of each 7 random cards from their library of the player to their right into their hand. What the hell? Hold on, of the player to their right into their hand. It's like they're designing this card for Commander, yet Commander doesn't exist yet there. The duplicates perpetually gain. Mana of any type can be spent to cast the spell. What a weird card. Super weird card. Raptor with wings. Faded firepower. This is triple red and an X, and it's an enchantment. And it's got flash. The enchantment enters with X fire counters on it. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this enchantment instead. We gotta pump up those fire counters. We gotta fire it up. Okay, Christopher B. Blast from the past. Oh, they're not gonna see this card coming. This is a silver border card. We're not that desperate yet. How about the Goose Mother? Oh, Mother Goose. This is like an Eldraine card. There's so many geese in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I can just hear this. I can hear this card. I can see this guy chasing me down the sidewalk. Okay, 2 mana for an X/2/2 Bird Hydra. Flying, the Goose Mother enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When the Goose Mother enters the battlefield, create half X food tokens rounded up. When the Goose Mother attacks, you may sacrifice a food, and if you do, you draw a card. Funny enough, the other abilities don't scale very well, but the first one does really good. Does this work with 0 base damage? What do you mean? You can smell it too. I I don't really smell geese. They seem to be, even though I walk through their territory and they've got like just dung everywhere, I don't really smell it. I think my cat smells it though. Jess with the searing torch. Oh, sorry, it's searing touch. That actually doesn't make any sense to me. The guy's wiping his drool off or something. I don't know what's searing about that. Red instant, buyback of 4. Searing touch deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Death by 1,000 cuts. That works. We did train of thought. We did train of thought already. Dr. Nemo, harnessed by force. I assume you assume wrong, actually, the big squig. 3 mana sorcery. Okay, so harnessed by force, 3 mana sorcery, strive for 3 mana. It costs 3 more to cast for each target beyond the first. Gain control of any number of target creatures until end of turn. Untap the creatures and they gain haste until end of turn. Okay, now we'll go to the big squigs. Urza. Lord, I always think it's High Lord Artificer. It's Lord High. Lord of the High. You have to be high to invent what Lord Urza did. 4 mana, 1/4. ETB, get a construct. Tap an untapped artifact, you get a blue mana, and for 5 mana, shuffle your library and exile the top card. Until end of turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. If you have infinite mana, you basically can get every single card in your deck into play. Sorry, all the cards, I mean anything that can be in play, because you have infinite mana. Statistically, you just got to get there. Tobias, worm calling in Infinite? Infinite size tokens? What the hell? Worm calling? This is a card? It is! Okay, green and an X, sorcery, buyback of 3 mana. Put an XX green worm creature token into play. That works out perfect. Ooh, we got a super chat from Akihito Koizumi with Sliver Overlord. Just get all your slivers and with haste, poison, and evasion, and it's an easy win. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. So if you have infinite mana in a sliver deck, they're just dead. They're screwed. It's gonna be GG's for everybody. Oh yeah, I should actually talk about the card. But this is a mutant. I didn't know that was a characteristic of the Sliver Overlord. 3 mana, search your library for a sliver, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library, and just play because you have infinite mana. Also, for 3 mana, gain control of target sliver. Someone steal your sliver? That's okay. Sliver Overlord is there. Gotta get it back. Bryce says, mess with the honk, she'll give you a bonk. I've been chased by them, but they've never bonked me. Not yet. I hope I don't get bonked by I sort of don't want to get bitten by them. Those damn geese. Okay, Arrow Wolf Arts with outrageous robbery. This is outrageous! Your deck, my deck. Double black X. For an instant, target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. If you cast this spell this way, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast it. X cards. Oh, I see. So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna have that any mana because we're playing with infinite mana. But at the same time, we can just exile their deck, and they're dead, right? GG opponents. Have you been chased by geese? Yes, several times. And like usually when I'm just walking down the sidewalk and then a goose starts to approach me, somehow I don't know, I'm too close to their babies or something, but it basically runs me off the sidewalk and I cross the road onto another sidewalk just to dodge the damn thing. Next up, we've got oh no, Golos. We've done that one before. Sorry about that, Bryce. Give us another one, Bryce. I know you can do it. Jess says I sold some crypto, so I was able to super chat today. Well, thanks. The crypto money is moving its way to Nikachu MTG Live. I hope you came out ahead, Jess. I hope you came out ahead. I've seen the price. It's going down. I don't own it, but I like to look at it. Okay, next we've got... Voltland doesn't have a second card. Aggravated Assault. Arrow's like, better use of crypto than what 99% of crypto bros are using it on. You know what? Believe it or not, because I read on a lot of finance. Apparently, crypto's really popular amongst like developing countries. They don't like to hold on to their own currency, so that's like a pretty big driver of the economy. Okay, so we have Aggravated Assault. This is a 3-mana enchantment. This is for 5 mana. Untap all creatures you control. Oh, after this phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Oh, but you can only play the ability only one. Oh no, sorry. Play this ability only anytime you could play a sorcery. So it does stack though, right? So you can pay this an infinite number of times. So we have infinite attackers. Next up, do we got another card, Bryce? Do we have another card to compensate for you missed here? Until we get effed over by the crypto scams. But, well, I mean, I think should be everyone should be aware to not get involved in any crypto scams. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's for speculation purposes only at best. Speculation purposes. And I'm not going to tell people how to gamble. I used to be a professional poker player. I still would like to play poker, but like there's not as many people. Poker is not as popular as it used to be. Okay, we got something from Bryce. Scion of the Dragon. Scion of the All right, that's an infinite mana. We infinitely look for dragons. 5 mana, 4/4 flyer. Pay 2. Search your library for a dragon permanent card and put it into your graveyard. If you do, Scion of the Dragon becomes a copy of that card until end turn. Then shuffle your library. Live stream of playing poker. You need like a big delay for that to work. I mean, maybe not that big of a delay. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, I gotta give a super chat for this super chat sound effect. Bryce, after all, did super chat. Scion of the Dragon. All right. That's it for today. Thank you. Whoops. Oh, by the way, anyone watching the show, I'm gonna make an announcement for the August 22nd. This show is gonna be actually at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for tomorrow, because I have a basketball game to go to in the evening that's really early. So I have to be there for that basketball game. So 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Normally we do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, but for tomorrow on the 22nd of August, it's gonna be at 9 a.m. I hope people randomly should be there. I'll put a notification in the Discord. Thanks to everyone who showed up today, and also thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. People like Lil Deadfly, Benjamin Berkey, Old Boy, Toads, Mappius, Arrow, Bob Talks Bridge, The Big Squig, Tobias, Pause, Gwendolyn, Kano, Benjamin Berkey. We got Toads, Dr. Nemo, Jess. We got Kev K2 is here. Steve Cooper and Mappius and everyone else. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.